For siblings who were longtime friends of Michael Jackson are accusing the late pop star of being a serial child predator who preyed upon them when they were as young as 7 or 8 in a bombshell lawsuit filed last week in California. Edward, Dominic and Aldo Cascio and their sister Mary Nicole Port called Jackson a serial child predator who, over the course of more than a decade, drugged, raped and sexually assaulted each of the plaintiffs. According to their complaint in U.S. District Court, the plaintiffs met Jackson through their father, who worked at a hotel that Jackson often stayed at. The lawsuit says the Michael Jackson Co. and people associated with the estate, trust and production companies attached to Jackson were named as defendants. Plaintiffs reject the Jackson estate's morally bankrupt efforts to control and silence them. Plaintiff's attorney, Howard King, wrote in the federal lawsuit, which was filed Friday. Plaintiffs bring this action to hold the Michael Jackson estate, its affiliates, and the persons who control or work on their behalf accountable for Jackson's conduct and their own wrongdoing. It says. Veteran entertainment industry attorney Martin Singer, representing the Jackson estate, called the lawsuit a desperate money grab. This new court filing is a transparent forum tactic in their scheme to obtain hundreds of millions of dollars from Michael's estate and companies, Singer said in statement. Singer pointed out that Edward Cascio's 2011 book, My Friend Michael, An Ordinary Friendship with an Extraordinary Man, included family statements that consistently and repeatedly asserted that Michael never harmed any of them or anyone else. Singer also noted in an interview with Oprah Winfrey, Edward, Frank and Mary Nicole Cascio all agreed that Jackson never harmed them, Singer said. The Cascios spent decades defending and affirming Michael's innocence, Singer said. Notably, these shakedown attempts come more than 15 years after Michael's death, thus carrying no risk of being sued for defamation. Sadly, in death, just as in life, Michael's talents and success continue to make him a target. Jackson's years of brainwashing prevented plaintiffs from seeking help when he was alive and for years afterward, King wrote. It wasn't until the documentary Leaving Neverland came out in 2019 when the 4 siblings were deprogrammed and forced, for the first time, to become conscious of the reality that Jackson's abuse was wrong and had severely damaged them. The lawsuit says that year the Jackson estate offered the family $690,000 as compensation for the many years that Jackson abused each of them and that the Jackson organization enabled and covered up. The lawsuit says. The plaintiffs signed the agreement without being allowed to have an attorney to review it, King wrote. Had plaintiffs understood the full meaning of the document, they would not have signed it, he wrote. Jackson was found not guilty in 2005 of all charges that he molested a 13-year-old cancer survivor at Neverland in 2003. Jackson was 50 when he died on June 25, 2009, of acute propofol intoxication. He used the powerful anesthetic as a sleep aid, and his personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. Thank you for watching the video.